welcome once again to another episode of Stu Him Productions presents.
JM, solve the world. I am James.
And I am Matt. And tonight we have something special because last season we didn't do a NFL season preview, but as of this recording, we only know of one team that is definitely playing in the division
AFC Championship.
AFC Championship, yes. And that is the Denver Ponies. But as of right now, the only other team, one of two teams is going to be in there from the AFC. It'll be the Houston Texans and the
Patriots.
New England Patriots.
Is the game tomorrow as we are recording.
Yes. Sunday the 18th.
Currently going on right now is the Seahawks and 49ers. Looks like we got about 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
But we won't talk about scores.
Okay.
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 So the NFC, you've got San Francisco and Seattle, or it's the Rams and the Bears.
Bears.
So
for
Beans,
what we know from earlier,
yes.
It'll either be the Broncos versus the Texans or Patriots.
Yes.
And then any of the four teams that we just mentioned in the NFC, 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, or Bears.
So, being as you are an NFC fan, who is your prediction for the NFC team to be in the Super Bowl this year?
Well, as a fan, I'd like to see my Rams get there.
You'd like to see the Rams.
They got a tall order.
Yep.
They've got to go into Chicago tomorrow.
Ooh.
And play in the wind and cold of Chicago, which it's going to be. It's a 5:30 Central Time start.
Jesus.
So it's going to get cold.
And are the Bears still playing at Soldier Field?
Yes, they are.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they haven't went and built a new dome stadium yet, so no, it's gonna be all out there by the lake and all that good shit.
No, that's like literally on the fucking lake.
Right. But the thing the Rams have going for them, their quarterback, Matthew Stafford, played for the Detroit Lions for 12 years, and he played in Chicago and he played in Green Bay.
Yep.
Every year.
Yeah.
You know, so he's familiar with the inclement weather and conditions.
Right.
And then also, I don't want to call him the number one receiver, even though he led the league in touchdowns.
Okay.
Because they also got Puka Nacua, who also led the league in receptions.
Mm-hmm.
But Devontae Adams was a Green Bay Packer.
Yes, he was.
So he's been in those conditions a fair amount. And if the Rams play without turning the ball over, I think they have got a good shot at representing the NFC. Even though if they win this game, and if Seattle wins, then they'd have to go to Seattle and play another road game. But they only lost to Seattle by 2 points. Or no, 1 point in a game at the end of the season up in Seattle, and that was all on a fucking 2 point. I've never seen anything like it on a 2 point conversion. They threw a lateral pass, got knocked down, but then got recovered by a Seahawk in the end zone, and they called it a conversion.
Safety?
No, they called it a conversion because they were going for the 2 point conversion.
Right.
If a Ram would have landed on it, it'd just been no good.
Game done.
Yeah. So
you're saying the Rams are the NFC champion, going to be in the Super Bowl.
It's a stretch, but I'd like to see that.
Okay.
Shout out, Aiden, if you're watching. That's picking that for you, bud.
Yeah. For me, I was glad that Denver beat Buffalo
Mm-hmm.
because I still don't think Buffalo deserves to play in the Super Bowl again, being they went 4 times in a row and lost 4 times in the row.
That was 30 years ago, man.
Only team in NFL history to set an NFL record as to losing 4 consecutive Super Bowls.
There's one other team. There's one other team that's lost 4 too.
Lost 4, yes, but not consecutive.
Well, I should say, has lost 4 and not won 1. And that is the Minnesota Vikings. Back in the 70s, because they lost to the Chiefs.
Yes, they did.
The 60s, yeah.
Yep.
Super Bowl
69. 4. Yes, Super Bowl 4. Because it was Super Bowl 54 that the Chiefs won.
Right. 50 years later.
Exactly.
Yep.
But I want to go for the Houston Texans. Because, number one, I don't want to see New England getting into the Super Bowl.
Right.
I am not ready to see a team play for their 7th Super Bowl. And being a Raiders fan, I do not want to see the Broncos go.
Right.
Just because.
Which I thought that was kind of weird today when you was rooting for the Broncos, because I thought that's a division rival.
I like the Broncos better than I do the Bills.
Okay.
But the Texans.
Well, they were talking before that game. They said this is a must win for Buffalo because there's no Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
There's no Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
There's no what's his name from Baltimore?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. In these playoffs, this is what's his fuck's best chance.
Oh yeah. Josh Allen's
Allen.
best chance of making it into the Super Bowl.
And it wasn't his fault they lost that game.
No.
The defense just couldn't do shit in overtime.
Well,
on the second possession.
Right, but it also didn't help that he had 6 turnovers total.
Yeah.
5, 6 turnovers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They wouldn't have been in that spot. But
last year, they didn't make it past the divisional round.
Right.
And they were at home.
Right.
And that was the Chefs.
Yeah.
Going. And the only reason why I was rooting for the Chefs because, like my Raiders, I was watching that game on the couch. But I live in Kansas City, and
and your brother's a big Chefs fan.
Yes, he is. And I was so I tell you what, I was so ready to go be around his friends for that Raiders Chiefs game, last game of the regular season. Right. I had gotten my my brand new Nike Air Force Ones that I designed that were black and gray with a silver swoosh. Those are my Raiders Nikes. And by the time the season starts...
Was you wearing your Gannon jersey?
Yeah. And black sweatpants.
I was going to say, you couldn't wear your other jersey. I mean, you got to wear the Gannon jersey when they're playing the Chefs.
Fuck yeah. That's a give me. And I've only worn my Bo jersey twice. Only because it's a white
road jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
of course, that's got Kansas City implications too.
Yes.
Since he played baseball for the Royals and football for the
Raiders.
All
because Marty Schottenheimer didn't want him.
And see what that got Marty.
Yep. But I
It didn't kill him.
no.
He lived a long life. But
Yeah.
but he never won a playoff game. I don't think.
Nope. It never made it out of the first round. But
Oh, I guess we
I
should.
think the Texans deserve it.
I'd like to see the Texans because, like I say, they've never even been to an AFC Championship game.
Right.
Hell of a team, got a hell of a defense,
Right.
and their young quarterback is starting to figure shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of the teams remaining, that would be the one I would like to see in
Yes.
the most. It's been the Broncos won 10 years ago. And that's hard to believe that was Peyton Manning's last game was 10 years ago.
Right.
But still, time for some new blood.
Mm-hmm.
And the Texans aren't like the Cowboys.
No.
I haven't had 58 years of hating the Texans
Right.
like I have the Cowboys. Even though, did I tell you I watched that documentary on Jerry Jones?
I think so.
It was on Netflix, America's Team, The Gambler, and His Cowboys. It was an interesting, very interesting documentary on how he was able to buy the team.
Yeah.
You know, it was on like his, I forget how many oil wells that he had that went tits up, and this one finally fucking hit.
Yeah.
And that's how he was able to buy the Cowboys. And the people of Dallas didn't want him to own the Cowboys because he was from Arkansas. He was a fucking hillbilly from Arkansas, and Dallas people were not happy when he bought the team because they thought he was going to move the Cowboys to Fayetteville.
Right. You know, and it was Jerry Jones that allowed Al Davis to move the Raiders from Oakland to Los Angeles, and from Los Angeles back to Oakland.
He's also one of the main reasons that the Rams got to move back to L.A. from St. Louis.
Yeah.
Fuck Jerry Jones. But, yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
See?
The Cowboys haven't done nothing for over 30 years either.
No.
They were one of the teams that beat the Bills.
Yeah.
Actually beat them in 2 of the Super Bowls.
Yep.
Oh, I guess we ought to do a little shout out to our buddy Dwight
Okay.
for commenting and reminding us of a
Yes.
passing that it had just happened at the end of the year. A sports personality, Greg Biffle,
Yeah.
NASCAR driver, him and his wife and I think 2 children
Yep.
died in a plane crash at the end of the year. So that was one that it wasn't on the list that you looked up because
Lists.
it had just happened.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I'd looked at 2 or 3 different lists, and I mean, Greg Biffle would have definitely made the list because you know, number one, I recognize the name, and number two,
And you're not a huge NASCAR fan, but
No.
you recognize Greg Biffle.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's no Earnhardt, he's no Petty, he's no
he won-
Carl Edwards.
Won several races.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah,
never won a championship. He contended a couple different times.
he's no Jimmy Johnson,
From
Tony Stewart.
what I just on the outside looking in, I never had a problem with Greg Biffle. You know, he was.
No.
He wasn't a dirty driver.
Nope.
And, you know, it seemed like a good guy. You know, was always done, you know, after race interviews. Seemed like a decent person.
Right.
You know, some of them seemed like fucking crybabies and stuff, but you know, it was a hell of a tragedy, especially in his whole family. You know,
Yeah.
and he was. I don't know. He wasn't racing full time still, but I think he's still
No,
done
yeah.
some like Xfinity races or maybe a truck race here and there. And,
Right.
But yeah, that was. Thanks for pointing that out to us, Dwight. Like I say, it just happened. In fact, if you'd have mentioned it, I'd have probably said, "Well, that was this month,
Mm-hmm.
January.
Yeah.
But I think it was at the end of 2025.
Yeah.
So people, comment down below.
Yeah.
Whether
And-
you're watching on Spotify, YouTube, wherever, leave us a comment because we get facts wrong
yeah.
and or we misremember events.
Yes.
You know, which I got to say, the older I get, the more I misremember events from 30, 40, 50 years ago. You know?
Unless I see a picture.
Right.
But I want to throw something new out to you. Where are you watching J&M Solve the World?
There you go.
Not like what platform, but like where in the world
There you go.
are you watching J&M Solve the World? Whether it be J&M Solve the World or J&M Solve the World Alcohol Review. You know, we want to know where our fans are.
If you're in the United States, leave us a town
Yeah.
and state that you live
Yeah.
in. If you're out of the United States, leave us your town, state, or whatever you call.
Countries.
Yeah, your
Province.
town and country.
Yeah. Actually, if you live outside the United States, just
leave us your country.
countries. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't, if you're in France, just say France.
Yeah.
If you want to say Paris, France, that's cool too.
Hey, sure. Because that's probably no, I can't say that's probably the only town in France I know. I do know Normandy.
No Normandy, Marseille. Because I think that's where my dad left out of on the Queen Mary to head to the Panama Canal,
Yeah.
to head to Hawaii. But halfway across, they got the news that the war was over. We dropped a bomb that destroyed a whole city in Japan, and they quit. Dad's like, that can't happen.
And then we dropped another one
And we dropped another one.
on another city.
So they ended up going to West Virginia instead.
Oh yeah, there's the compromise.
It's like, oh, cool. I don't have to go to Japan to start the island, or go to Hawaii to start the island hopping campaign. Now we're going to West Virginia or Virginia, I think it was, to,
Debark and go home.
well, they had to.
Because there was
What
no
do you call it?
reintegration back in the day,
Well, they did.
like
Dad told
there
me
is now.
They had a dinner
Okay.
for all the guys,
Yeah.
and all the servers were captured German soldiers
Oh.
that decided that they wanted to get the fuck out of there and
Mhm.
come over here. So they were basically immigrants,
Yeah.
and they were given strict orders not to talk to these people.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that served my dad's table
Yeah.
was a guy that my dad had personally captured.
Oh wow.
And he started talking to the guy, and they're like, "You're not supposed to talk to him." He's like, "I captured this guy. He surrendered to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fucking talk to him."
Yeah.
So that was
Small
pretty
world.
fucking cool. Yeah. Did I tell you about the time Herbie was stationed in England, and they got a group of German Air Force came into their base,
Yeah.
and so he rolls a ladder out there, and he climbs up and helps him get the cockpit open. The guy takes his helmet off, and he said it was like looking in a fucking mirror. It's like, what had Dad been doing 20 years earlier in World War II? Because this would have been in 66, 67, somewhere
Right.
in there.
But
And this pilot, he said it was like looking in a fucking mirror.
right. But you also got to look at during World War II, Korea, Vietnam, when you deployed to that foreign country, World War II and Korea, you're there until it's done.
You're there.
You're there until it's done.
Yep.
Vietnam, the unit headquarters were deployed, and guys would rotate in and out
Right.
on their 18-month
18
enlistments.
months, yeah. Or
You know.
was it 18 months over there, or was it more like a year?
It was, yeah, it was like a
thinking it was
year,
like a
18
year,
months. Yeah, something like that.
10-month to a year
Yeah.
deployment, something like that. Then you rotated and
Yep. But, now you get units deploy and then units redeploy back home. So you don't have a chance to do, hey, we don't have any place for you guys to stay, so go find a house in the local village.
mm. Bow, bow, bow.
How many guys from World War II were looking for a German princess?
Oh, I'd say there was a fair amount.
The 506.
How many guys in Vietnam were looking for those French Vietnamese girls?
Oh, yeah. The 506 in World War II, what you didn't see on Band of Brothers, because, of course, they were the ones that took the Eagle's Nest, Hitler's Eagle's Nest. But hearing stories from Pee Wee Martin, who was part of Echo Company or Easy Company 2506, they were riding horses through Hitler's castle. They found his wine cellar.
Nice. Look at all this French wine that motherfucker stole.
How much wine didn't make it to the bottom of the hill?
Right?
In bottles.
Right. It did his pee on the side of the road.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay, back to football.
Okay.
Who do you think's going to win the Pro Bowl flag football game? NFC or AFC?
AFC.
You think the AFC is going to do it this year?
I haven't been paying attention since I've been doing a flag football game.
Yeah.
But the old Pro Bowl, the way they played it, the AFC was, I forget. They had like an 8 or 10 game advantage on the NFC over the last since they've been doing it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Mahomes. No, Mahomes won't play because he's got the knee.
Yeah.
He made the Pro Bowl, didn't he, or did he?
I don't know.
I don't think he did he?
Because he was out pretty early.
Did Kelsey make the Pro Bowl?
Oh, yeah.
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 Okay.
Uncle Travie.
I just seen an advertisement today. They were talking about Taylor Swift.
They put the wedding on
Kelsey.
hold.
No, the engagement.
Yeah.
This one person said, "This is like the Princess Diana engagement." That's what they're ranking it up there as one of the biggest engagements in history. It's like, so just let these two people do what they want to do.
Okay. Here's the big difference between the Princess Di and now King Charles engagement versus Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Prince or King Charles has always been an ugly motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Princess Di was beautiful.
Well, the biggest difference is that was prearranged too.
Yes. Now, yes, some could say that Taylor Swift is a princess, a queen, a pop queen.
She's not hard to look at.
No, she's not. And on the same page, neither is Travis Kelce.
I say I'm not gay, but Travis is not a bad-looking man.
No, he's not. Even though he's got the Neanderthal forehead and the big brow. Vice the reason why they call him the Big Yeti.
Yeah. He could, if his knees and everything are okay when he retires, he could probably step into WWE if he was so inclined.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd have to go through the training center and all that,
Yep.
But I could see it.
Oh, yeah.
But you got all that money, why would you want to put your body through that shit?
I just saw a thing that the Kelsey brothers have inked a book deal.
Ooh, yeah. Of
Yeah. So I mean,
course, when they make it off their podcast.
um,
I mean, do they get that Joe Rogan Spotify money?
no, they didn't. They didn't do a 100 million, like Rogan did with Spotify. But I think they did get. I think they did sign like a $10 million Amazon exclusive, even though they're still putting the podcast out on YouTube. But Amazon has it
Well,
first.
that's only smart because you could put a clip or two on YouTube. It's going to get seen by a lot more people than would
Well,
probably watch it on. Than would probably see it. You put a
yeah,
clip. You put a clip on YouTube. People are going to search it out on Amazon.
right. But then they also release the whole thing like Rogan does with
Right.
his.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I liked it better when Rogan was exclusively on Spotify
yeah.
because he could play music and shit.
Yeah.
But now, if he's heard his song, unless it's the artist is right there in the room,
Mm-hmm.
they can't play anything because of YouTube copyright.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
hence we play our music that we wrote on our podcast.
exactly. Because nobody else from the band that recorded it is using it.
Mm. Very true.
Yes.
And we got permission.
Yeah. Uh, from Chris, you gave your vote.
Mm-hmm.
I gave my vote.
Mm-hmm.
And he who shall not be named, much like the John Cusack movie, better off dead.
We don't use his song anyway,
No,
the one he wrote.
no.
So, well, he wrote the lyrics. Chris and I wrote the music. So, we could if we wanted to, but we don't.
Nope. No, I don't think I've ever even thought about it because I don't like the way that it begins.
Mm-hmm.
It just, yeah. Anyways, so you're saying the Rams in the Super Bowl. I'm saying the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you calling to win?
I'm saying it's the Rams, but it's probably going to be the fucking Seahawks. But hopefully, the Rams do something that hasn't been done since. I'm trying to remember the last wild card team. I think it was the Chiefs.
Well, the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl and lost to Philly because they were a wild card team and they lost
I just seen
to Philly.
I just read the stat today, and I can't remember who it was. The last team to win a Super Bowl as a wild card team that played on the road every game.
Was it New England?
Well, yes, Google. Who was the last team in the NFL to win the Super Bowl as a wild card team?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were the last NFL team to win the Super Bowl as a wild card team, defeating the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 55. They achieved this in the 2020 season, becoming the 7th team to do so.
The 7th team to do so.
Okay.
Okay.
So
it's
they
not
were the last ones.
So it's not impossible.
So I was kind of right.
Yeah.
It was Brady.
Yep.
Vice, another reason why I don't want to see New England in the Super Bowl to play for game number or Super Bowl number 7.
Yeah, because we've seen in the last 26 years, we've seen the Patriots in the Super Bowl enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though Brady's not there, Bill Belichick's not there, the only one that's still there is the offensive coordinator. He keeps leaving and coming back. But no, I'd rather see the Texans go on.
Yep.
And play the Rams.
New England has proven that they were a dynasty.
Rams win 31-27.
Okay. I'm gonna say Texans, but I am going 21-23.
21-23. Okay.
Texans. And watch by tomorrow evening our fucking predictions
Be
are
gone.
probably gonna be fucking just destroyed.
They're gonna be the Seahawks and fucking Denver.
It'll be, or yeah.
The bad thing about it, I've already got fucking wings bought for the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're in the freezer.
Yeah.
Because I found a special on wings about a month ago and was like, I'm going to buy them now because last year I fucked up. And I couldn't find fucking wings anywhere.
Right.
And we had smoked, barbecued chicken thighs. Still pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoked them like I normally do on the Big Green Egg. And then I had Amanda's Weber down here and sauced them up with a little buffalo sauce and put them on the grill to caramelize that sauce. And Yep, pretty good. We'll probably still do it anyway.
Yeah.
No matter who's in the game. It's just tradition.
Right.
It's just the difference being because Aiden was down here last week for the wild card game with the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
That poor boy was a nervous fucking wreck. I mean, the Rams were kicking their ass at the start, right? Mm-hmm. And then the fucking Panthers came back. They tied the game. But no, they went up by 4. That's what it was. And what was nice, what was fun about last weekend's games, no matter who you was rooting for, or even if you weren't rooting for a team, the first 3 wild card games, the eventual winners were not leading at the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter.
Damn.
Yeah. So it was like, what the fuck? But the Rams scored a touchdown to go up 3, and then their defense got a stop, took a knee, and the game was over. So, and Aiden was like, this is why I hate watching this shit. I usually just get updates on my phone and cuss my phone, but watching it makes me so fucking nervous.
Okay. Say you're a Kansas City fan.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl 54.
Oh, we were
Niners.
We're ready to just get drunk and say, fuck it. This is done.
Niners were ahead. 10 points. And they're already celebrating. They're already saying, oh, this is number 5.
They were ahead by like 18 or something, weren't they? Before, but it was like 10 points with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah. And it was like at that moment, and we talked about this, it's like classic Mahomes, Kelsey. You ready to play?
Mm-hmm. I think we've spotted.
Yeah, I'm ready to play.
I think we've spotted them enough. Let's go.
Yeah. And they fucking annihilated the Niners. And
come on, Mahomie.
The best part, and I'm going to say this right now, the best part about beating the Niners in the Super Bowl in 2019, they did it 4 years later.
Mm-hmm. You like it the first time? We'll just do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't learn about this play the first time? All right.
Of course, I hate to go back to the Patriots, but they done it similar deal against the Falcons. I don't remember which Super Bowl it was, but the Falcons were up 24-3 at halftime.
How would you like to be that coach? Or the coach that made the call, it was Seattle versus New England.
New England.
And
you got Marshawn Lynch, the number 1 running back in the NFL. You're on the goal line.
Yep.
And you call a pass play
Yep.
that gets picked off. I could have not made. Got Marshawn Lynch. Guess what? He's getting the ball fucking 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't care if everybody in the fucking stadium knows he's getting the ball.
Right.
I'm giving him the fucking ball.
Right.
Or on the second one, I may give him the ball this way and not give him the ball and sneak around and walk in that way.
Right.
But I'm not throwing the goddamn thing.
I mean, you could have sat up there and said, ready, set, I'm giving Marshawn the ball. I'm giving Marshawn the ball. I'm giving Marshawn the ball. Hut, hut. And they still wouldn't have been able to stop him.
Yeah. Good old Pete Carroll. Well, at least your Raiders are done with him.
Yeah, at least him on the sidelines, but
Still got to pay him.
yeah.
Like we were talking earlier, a good thing that don't go against your salary
No
cap.
shit, because the Raiders are still paying John Gruden, McDaniels,
Yeah.
Pierce, Carroll. 4 coaches.
I heard the Chiefs were upside down on their salary cap
I highly doubt
for
that.
next year.
I highly doubt that.
It was some Chiefs YouTuber guy was talking about how much over they are and what moves they could make. One of them is that fucking offensive lineman that gets called for offsides all the goddamn time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's due like $22 million next year or something like that, and like, see ya.
But okay, but do you think Pat won't restructure his fucking contract like he's
I'm
done?
sure, but if they can cut some waste elsewhere that they don't need, and draft some guys or trade some guys or something like that, that's probably.
Bring some guys up from the practice squad.
I mean, the way everybody when I seen Pat Mahomes $250 million deal,
Half.
that's right, $500 million.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, that's going to be in the Chiefs, but no, not the way they structured it.
Nope.
And apparently, bonus money does not go against the draft.
Exactly. Making the playoffs. That doesn't go against your cap. Winning a championship doesn't go against your cap. Winning the Super Bowl doesn't go against your cap.
Why'd that go against your cap? It's what you pay your players. It's what goes against
No,
your
no,
cap.
no, right. But that's what I'm saying is players get paid extra for playoff games. For
Depending on how their contract is, they get incentive based contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys when they're getting a little older or something like that, it's like, look, we can't pay you $40 million.
right.
But we can pay you 20, and if you do X, Y, and Z, you could make up to 40.
Right. But then like what happened to Shannon Sharp,
That's kind of the bonus
right?
territory.
Shannon had what? He needed like 10 yards to have like another consecutive 1,000-yard, and he would have been. I'm wanting to say it was like $750,000 bonus, and they sat him for the rest of the game, or they had him out there blocking, not getting past.
Well, that was like Kelsey a couple of years ago. I forget how many yards he needed to get a bonus or something like that.
Oh yeah,
But they had everything sewed up.
Yeah, it was down to the last game of the season,
And he's like, I'm
Yeah.
good. I said up.
yeah,
We need to rest.
yep.
I'm want to win a championship. I'm not worried about that $300,000 or whatever it was going to be that he got.
I think that was last year.
He just needed
Because
he
they
just,
were-
he just needed like 50 yards or
Yeah, something like
it
that.
was under 100 yards that he needed.
Yeah, and yeah, because he sat that game because they were in the wild card game
Right.
at Arrowhead, and that's when Miami came in.
He froze to death.
Tyreek Hill thought he was going to get to score a touchdown in Arrowhead on his former team. not realizing that the temperature was -3 at kickoff with a wind chill factor of holy fuck.
That's one of them games where you better drink your beer fast or it's going to freeze.
Well, shit, they showed on TV, they pulled a bottle of water out of a cooler and watched it immediately freeze. Just
kind of like in Day After Tomorrow when the eye of the storm came in.
oh yeah, and that's a great movie too.
Yeah.
But there you go, folks. I'm calling the Texans. What did I say? 2023
Something like that.
in the Super Bowl versus the Rams. James calling Rams over Texans with a score of
like 31-28.
Yeah. But let us know down in the comments who you think, after, of course, you know who's actually in the AFC and NFC championship games.
Or be brave and comment tonight. Or no, because it won't come out tonight. Never mind.
But until next time, you have just watched another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents
J&M, solve the world. I have been James.
And I have been Matt. And on behalf of James and all of the staff in Stu Him Productions, you keep one fist in the gold, one foot in the gutter, and we will be seeing you.
Peace.